Well, hello there. My name is Chuck Houston, and welcome to That's Life. I've got a video for you today talking about switches. And this is probably going to be more than a one-part video because I started doing this a few minutes ago, and what I noticed was, man, I started getting the minutes on there and thought, this is too long. I can't do all the kind of switches at one time. So let's talk about single pole switches. They're the most common switches. Now, why would you want to listen to Chuck Houston? Who in the heck is he? Is there any credibility to this That's Life YouTube channel? Fair question. Listen, guys, you don't know this yet, but I have extensive experience with security systems, camera systems, fire alarm systems, voltages of 120, 240, 480, all the way up to 13,200 volts. I have extensive solar experience. I used to own, before I sold them, an electrical contracting business, a security business, and also a solar business. So you have tuned into the right channel to learn about any of those subjects. I myself have been a master electrician for 35 years. I've worked in nuclear power plants. Like I said, I've owned my own construction businesses. I have extensive experience. I teach electrical safety in some of the biggest name corporations you can imagine. I go to their plants and I teach on this. So today, we're backing it down to the homeowner. You're going to learn a lot if you don't know anything about single pole switches. Now, first off, why is this a single pole switch? If you walk up to a switch and you see on, underneath, and off on top, they're all put to on. And now they're all shut to off. Now you'll notice I wired this house myself. And I have marked the wires inside the box. So when I'm doing something inside there, I can take them off. And I don't have to worry about keeping track of anything. That red thing in there is a wire nut. Don't let any of that scare you. The first thing you want to do is take the cover off. That's the cover. Comes off by taking the screws that you can see, and you can take that cover right off. And then that lets you see the switches and the box. Now those switches, like I said, are called single pole because they only control one thing. Now I'm just guessing, but I think one of these might be our step lights. This one here might very well be the lights for Christmas ornaments that I have up in the soffits of the house. And then another one would be the front porch lights. I don't want them switched all over the place. I don't need multiple switches for those. We're standing by our front door right now. And I want to be able to go up to those switches only in this location with a single pole switch for a single item and turn them on and off. Now, of course, later we probably will be talking about three-way switches and how you can identify all this. But if you see a switch that says off, that is a single pole switch. You can buy them in different colors: white, ivory, brown. The box itself that they go in is usually just a plastic box, and the wires poke through there. And you're getting ready to work on this because you've got a light that's just not working. You flip that switch and nothing seems to happen. So we got to find out what's going on here. First thing is, I have a little tester. Well, I'm not going to work on this whenever it's hot. Whenever it's hot, that can shock me. Well, look at there. I'm getting power all over the place in here. And I don't want to get shocked, so I'm going to go out, I'm going to go to my breakers, and hopefully they're marked well, and you'll be able to find living room switches or something like that. But if not, you can have one of your friends or a family member go out there Okay, turn one off. Okay, that's it. We have found it. So you want to take one of these switches out. It's very easy to do. You just simply take out a screw on the top and a screw on the bottom, and that switch will come out. You got to make sure you got your power off though. And then I think it would be remiss to not tell you, first thing, why do you think it's the switch that's bad? Did you ever think that maybe you have found yourself with the breaker had been tripped? Or maybe the light bulb itself has went bad. So here's your question. You come up to this switch, it doesn't work anymore, and you're like, what in the world could it be? And you go there and you see, okay, I've got power on the wire coming in, and I've got nothing here. Even though it says it's turned on, I've got nothing on the top. So there's something broken inside there, and I do need to replace that. So easy. Just pull those two screws out, pull it out, get the color that you need, screw them back in. It doesn't necessarily make a big difference which wire goes where. That switch is just letting wire go from one wire to the other whenever you want it to. So now you can see, you put your new switch in, you got the power turned back on out at your panel, and you've got power at the bottom and at the top. And you shut it off and you've got it at the bottom, and the switch is working just the way that you want it to. There you go. You have replaced a single pole switch. Way to go. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. So hopefully I'll be putting a few videos up. You know, we live out here in Kentucky. It's beautiful here. We love it here. It's cold today though. It's pretty cold. We do things outside. We garden. We work around the farm some. I hunt. We do some adventures. We took a trip to Rocky Mountain National Park last year and the Grand Tetons in Yellowstone. We're going to be popping some videos up about everything to do with our life. So that's why we call the channel That's Life. I'm glad you tuned in today. Subscribe, like, spread the word. You'll be seeing some more things. Next, you're going to be learning about a three-way switch. Thanks for tuning in.